In today's video, we're going to learn a solo ukulele arrangement of the beautiful Wayfaring Stranger, and it sounds something like this. This fingerstyle arrangement is perfect for confident beginners looking to up their fingerstyle game, utilizing melody and harmony together to create these really rich, full, lush sounds. Advanced players will find plenty to work on too here, as you get to work on the dynamics between those melody and harmony notes to try to separate them and create almost the illusion of two ukuleles playing at once. Now I'm playing a high G ukulele here. This works on low G as well, but I've got copies of the tab for both tunings available down, linked below. More on that later. Let's go ahead and bring the tab on screen, which will look something like this. Now, when you look at this, it might look a little funny compared to other tabs you've seen, and that's because we have some notes that have parentheses around them. The parentheses notes are going to be our harmony notes. Those are the notes that are filler and adding the texture to the sound of the song. If I were to play this opening line without those filler notes, it would sound something like this. And that sounds nice, but you can hear it's a little bit thin. Those extra notes are what add the harmony and the texture to the sound, and it's using kind of like a modified Travis picking style almost, and it sounds just awesome on the ukulele. Here's what this whole line sounds like, incorporating those notes as well. Isn't that great? Now this is beginner friendly because it uses a lot of open strings, but again, there's a lot for advanced players to work on too as they get a nuance of layering together harmony and melody together. Enough yapping though, let's go ahead and learn how to play the song. We're going to start here with our ring finger here on the 4th fret of the C string and our index finger here on the 2nd fret of the A string for this sort of opening E minor chord we're going to play. For our playing hand, we're going to be using 3-finger style, meaning our thumb is on the C string, index here on the E string, and middle finger here on the A string. The thumb's going to be responsible for both the G and the C, alternating back and forth. For more information on this technique, I got a video right here that's worth checking out. But I'm going to start by plucking the C string, then the E string, then the A string, using my thumb, index, and middle on my playing hand. From here, we then play our open on the G and our 2 on the A together, using our thumb and middle. And the trick is to not play them at the same exact force, but rather to play them so that the A string is a little bit louder than the G. If that's tricky to do, just focus on getting it to sound good and clear, but more advanced players can work on that nuance as they start practicing. I'll then pluck the 4 on the C with the thumb, nice and soft, as it's a filler harmony note. Then I'll play open on the G. Same idea, parenthesis note, we're going to play a little bit softer. I'm then going to pluck the open A, so take the index finger off here. And then I'm going to do a hammer on to the 2nd fret of the A, and then pull off to the open. You'll notice it's really hard to get a good hammer on pull off sound when you do it too slow. So a little bit of speed can help, but it is kind of a slow song, so it can take extra practice to get comfortable. With the hammer on, make sure you're driving right into that fret wire, really helps. And when you do the pull off, actually pluck the string with your index finger. That'll help you get good volume. Then we're going to pluck the 4 on the C string and the 3 on the E string. I'm going to add my ring finger here, the 3rd fret of the E. Pluck those two together, the E string with my index, a little bit louder because that is our melody note. Now I'll take that middle finger off and play open on the E before playing open on the G nice and soft. And then I'll play 4 on the C, open on the E, and re-add this index on 2 of the A for the same thing that we played at the beginning. And now it finally switches chords. We're going to go to an A minor chord here. Just take everything off the ukulele, play open on the E and A strings together, and play open on the C. Then play 2 on the G. I like to use my index finger here before playing open on the E and do a hammer on at this point. I like to use my ring finger here. I find it strong enough to do it. Same concept as what we did with the hammer on before. Make sure you go right into that fret wire. That really helps drive the tone. Play open on the A. Before the last measure here, we're going to bar across the 2nd fret on our E and A strings with our index finger. And then we're going to pluck those 2 together before adding the middle finger here on the 3rd fret of the C string. Pluck that. Then pluck the E string 2nd fret. And then the last 3 notes of the piece are once again the 4 on the C, open on the E, and 2 on the A. So we move back to that opening shape that we used at the very, very beginning with our ring finger here on the 4th fret of the C and index here on the 2nd fret of the A. So a lot going on with this opening, few measures. But the important thing is that you're getting comfortable moving the fingers as they're needed while using that finger style technique. Take it nice and slow. It should sound and look something like this. Going on to the next 4 measures, they should sound and look something like this. Now to play these, well, it's very familiar. We're going to start with exactly the same on measure 5 here as what we played on measure 1. Then we go on to this. That measure 6 is exactly the same as what we played on measure 2. And then it goes on measure 7. That's exactly the same as what we played on measure 3 until the end of this measure. It's going to play 3 on the E and then do a pull off to open. While on measure 3 we played open and hammered on to 3. So a little bit of a variation there. For that part, I like to use the ring finger playing that 3rd fret on the E string, do a pull off, and again, make sure you actually pluck the string to get good tone. And then I'm going to play the 4th fret on this, I'm going to play the 2nd fret on the C string with our middle finger. And the reason I said 4th fret is because right after I pluck that 2, I'm going to pluck the 2 again and pluck the open G and slide it to 4. So on the tab, you see it just has a slide marker to 4. The implication there is because you're at fret 2, you play it again and immediately slide it to 4, which sounds so cool. You're going to play open on the G twice more. Then you're going to play 2 on the A, use your index finger here. Play it twice, and then 5 on the A with the pinky. And that covers those 4 measures. Again, make sure you're working on the nuance. The parenthesis notes should be played a little bit softer. It should sound something like this through these 4 measures. Now as we go into the next 4 measures, they're going to sound and look something like this. So to play this, we're going to start with the 7th fret on the A string, but if you remember, we just played the 5th fret on the measure before, and you'll see there's a little slide marker here on the 7. We're going to pluck the open C and the 5 on the A, and slide it to the 7th fret on the A string there. That's what's going to create the sound of that melody note on the 7th fret with a little bit of movement. And then play open on the G twice. Then we'll play 5 on the A using our middle finger here. Then 7 on the A with the pinky again. Then 5 on the A again with the middle finger. Before then moving on to 2 on the A and open of the G. So just take this index finger, jump it down to the 2nd fret, pluck that with your open G string, and then immediately fret the 3rd fret on the E string with the middle finger, play that, then the open G again, twice. And then we're going to play 2 on the A, which is already there with the index. And we're going to do that twice before playing the 5th fret on the A string with the pinky. And then measure 11, you'll see is exactly the same as what we played on measure 9. So we're going to take that pinky, have it there at 5, play the open on the C, and slide that to 7 on the A as we strike that string before playing the open G twice, and then the 5, 7, 5, just like we did before. But then on measure 12, we're instead going to go to the 2nd fret of the A string and play that with the open E string. Then play open on the G twice. Then to wrap it up, we're going to play 2 on the A, 3 on the A, and 5 on the A, 1 finger per fret, index, middle, and pinky fingers. And that makes these 4 measures sound like this. Going into the next 4 measures, they're going to sound something like this. Now to play these, you'll see, well, it looks very familiar. We've played most of these parts before in the song. To start here, we're going to play 2 on the A and open on the E. Then we're going to play open on the G twice. Then 3 on the E with the middle finger here, open on the A, taking the index off. Then 2 on the A, and going into the next measure, you're going to add the ring finger on the 4th fret of the C string, pluck that with the 3rd fret of the E, take the middle finger off, play open on the E, then play open on the G, 4 on the C, open on the E, 2 on the A, and that's going to be that same little opening riff that we played at the beginning of the song, before then going on to this next measure here with the A minor. And you'll notice that that is exactly the same as what we played on measures 7 and 8 earlier on the song. 15 and 16 here are the same as 7 and 8. The only difference is the end of 16, after you've done it starts back over with the beginning of the song. And that does mean after you do that slide from 2 to 4, you have to reposition, put the ring finger here on the 4th fret of the C string, and then add that index on the 2nd fret of the A to set yourself up for the repeat. And when I played it on the demo to start, I didn't do the repeat, but the repeat can be played here to add a little more length to the song. I think it sounds really nice. I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to play 13, 14, 15, 16 so you can hear it. And I'm actually going to do the repeat here just so that you can get an idea what this full part sounds like. And then we'll work on the second ending of the song. Should be something like this. So you can see I went right on to the second ending here, measures 17 through the end. And what's neat about it is you've already played all of this before. It's just a repeat 4 times where you're going to do that nice little pull off and slide. The first one on 17 is right after measure 15. And then you're going to play the open G twice. And then that middle finger should still be there on the 4th fret of the C. So you'd put your index on the 3rd fret of the E this time. Play that, do a pull off, again, plucking the string with that index finger. So, and then use your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the C string, and then play that with the open G, sliding immediately into 4. And now we're in measure 18, and you just do the same thing again. You do the same thing here on 19. If you incidentally hit other strings, it actually sounds kind of cool. It's this really nice opportunity to be a little dramatic with it. And you do it one more time for 19. Before ending on 20, just with the slide into 4. It's a really cool sound because creates this really nice opportunity to give a little bit of a slowdown, use some dynamics, soften up, and play the end of the tune. But it's a beautiful end for a beautiful tune. So I'm going to bring the camera back up. This song is one of my favorites to play in recent memory. It just sounds really nice. Went on a trip recently that you can see the video at the beginning I played at, and I'm forever going to be thinking of that trip when I play this song, which is a pretty special thing. So I hope that you enjoy working on this song, and I hope that it can create good memories for you too. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial here on this channel. Give this video a like and a subscribe. It really helps everything, and look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much.